Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Middletown, Virginia. And I love to help busy people make the most of their crafting time with quick, easy designs and a fun, supportive community. So if that's something you think you're interested in, you are in the right place. Today I want to show you how to make a quick, fun background using supplies you probably already have in the house. We're going to use some marbles, some ink refills, and we are just going to have some fun with this. So let's go ahead. Let me switch my screen out and let's get started. So this is a technique I am using because in the Christmas in July creative retreat that I am hosting with demonstrators from Australia and New Zealand, we have different challenges. So this Sunday, my challenge was up, and my challenge was to create like your own designer series paper using um, supplies you probably already have in the house. So this one I made using the re-inkers and marbles. And I took a spin on the traditional Christmas colors, and I used Sweet Sorbet and Parakeet Party to create really sort of a very non-traditional Christmas card, because our whole theme is Christmas in July. Anyway, let's go ahead and let me show you how we're going to do this. So I have a standard A2 card base. I've got a piece of basic white here that I'm going to put on the inside. We're going to stamp a Merry Christmas on that. I've got our Sweet Sorbet card base, and I've got Parakeet Party layer. Now you'll notice that I die cut. This piece is from the Seasons of Chic stamp set, because this whole piece of green is going to be covered by our marbled designer series paper. But I wanted to have this to put on top so I can have just a little bit of color behind my circle. So I added some adhesive sheet to the back before I did my die cut. I die cut that out, and that's going to be hidden. So that's a great way to really kind of use your supplies and have them go really a lot further, because if we had put this on top and die cut another piece, this whole piece of paper would have been wasted because it's hidden. So this way we're kind of getting the best of both worlds. So let's go ahead. Let's do a little bit of stamping here. Let's stamp our Merry Christmas. So the Merry Christmas is from a retired set. It's from our poinsettia petals, but I just love the font with this stamp set, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a Merry Christmas. And we are going to go ahead and add that to the inside of our card. And I used my Stampin' Pierce mat because these are photopolymer stamps. And I, believe it or not, all of my, here we go, what I had. My husband had to use my laptop today for a Zoom call. So my whole desk is sort of discombobulated because I had to move everything around. But you know what? You make it work. For some reason, the speakers on his laptop just weren't working today. So rather than mess with it, I just cleaned up my desk and let him use this one. All right, so we've got that. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add this to my card base, the green layer. Now look, I've already got some leftover adhesive from our adhesive sheet. So if I wanted to, I could add like just a little bit in the corners. Let me not use the empty one. That would not be good. Just going to use a little bit in the corners to help keep those corners flat. And we can go ahead and add this to our card front. And I never really measure everything. I just kind of eyeball it and hope that it's somewhat straight. Okay. Now, here is where the magic is going to happen. I have here one of our old full-size stamp cases. I've got some marbles in here. These are marbles that I kind of use sometimes in my vases. You know, you want to put like some marbles on the bottom or some colored rocks. So I just had these laying around the house. And now I'm going to add about 3 drops of our Parakeet Party. Okay, not too many. You don't want to have too many. Okay, now we're going to close up our box. This is going to be noisy. It's a noisy technique. And we're just going to kind of run these all around and have them pick up that green ink. Now I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of here, and I'll tell you why in 1 minute, because we are going to kind of put that up there so it doesn't fall down. Now, I'm going to turn this over. Look at that. Can you see the gorgeous green coming on the colors on the paper? Okay. Now, when you're doing this technique, I recommend using your lighter color first and using a few more dots of it. Now, the red is darker than our parakeet party. So I am just going to use 1 dot of this. And I learned this because the last time I did it and I used a darker color and I put like multiple dots of the darker color, you almost couldn't see the lighter color. So first I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shake these around and hopefully get some of that red on my marbles. Now I'm going to go over my sheet. When you think you have enough, just take it out and look at that gorgeous background. Look at that. How pretty is that? Put my marbles over there for now. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to our cardstock, to our card. We're going to add this beautiful layer in there with this designer series paper that you just created all by yourself. These are great techniques to use when sometimes there's no designers. There's really like no nice designer series paper that will match some of the sets you want to use. So this is a great way to sort of create your own. And a while back, maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right when the new colors came out, the new in colors, I did another series where I showed you 5 different background techniques. Again, using items that you have like rubber bands and plastic wrap and blocks and washi tape. So there's a whole bunch of ways you can go back and look at that video. But if you want to enter the challenge and get more info, you can go ahead and sign up for our Christmas in July Creative Retreat. I will drop the link in the description below. There is still time to register. It is happening the weekend of July 21st and 22nd. On Friday night, it is our Zoom welcome party, and it's just kind of a craft lot. There'll be mystery stamping. There'll be a couple of crafting challenges. Last time, Christy's challenge was single layer stamping. It was hard. It was very hard. So it's a lot of fun. And on Saturday, there will be 3 live craft alongs with Christy, Andrea, and I. And we will be making projects to help you get ready for the holidays. And then there are 3 additional videos that you can watch on your own. These will be in the Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. They will be available like forever. You'll have access to the videos forever. And I am teaching you how to make a light up card. Some of the feedback we received from our last retreat, our last creative retreat, was that people wanted to learn how to make a light up card. So we listened to what our customers wanted, and we are teaching you how to make a light up card. All right, let's go ahead and finish this little card. Now we've got our great background on there, and see how nice that looks. We're going to stamp this on there with a little more sparkle and a little less stress. Let's make this Christmas the very best. Okay. Now I want to add some color to this. So I have my Stampin' blends. I have dark Parakeet Party and dark Sweet Sorbet. And I'm just going to kind of color the holly berries. And that just adds just another little pop of color. We like to have all different kinds of pops of color. I'm going to color the holly leaves. You can use light or dark. It doesn't really matter which one. I just kind of picked out the dark. All right, and then I'm going to add on that little like pine branch over here. I'm just going to kind of follow along on some of these and just add a little bit of color over here too. Okay, just kind of give it that wispy look with just a little bit of color. And that's it. So now we're going to add this with some of our Stampin' Dimensionals. Probably going to put about 3. Okay. And then we're going to add some of that metallic ribbon. We're going to use both our sweet sorbet and our parakeet party. And I'm going to take these and attempt to tie them together into a bow. It took me like 3 tries yesterday, and I was making the sample. But I'm excited to see what everybody comes up with their homemade backgrounds using just whatever they have in the house. You know, you can use feathers or aluminum foil, or I don't know, really anything, whatever you can think of. You know, old paintbrushes, feather dusters. I mean, there's just so many things that you have around the house that you probably don't even really think of when you think of stamping, but you can use really almost anything to create really gorgeous backgrounds just using these few items that you may have around the house. Okay, really everything that I need, of course, is on this other table over here. So my goal before Saturday, because I'm having a live class Saturday, is to come down here and clean this place. Maybe I'll be brave and I'll post a picture of this mess tomorrow so y'all can see it and wish me luck as I try to clean and organize. That's always the battle, right? It's the crafter math after we're done making all our beautiful projects. It's the calm after the storm, or the storm after the crafting. All right, and that is our card for today, but look at how fun it is using those marbles and your re-inkers to create very unique backgrounds. And this didn't take us all that long. Sorry, I think I knocked my holder. I think from start to finish, we're at like 12 minutes, and that a lot of that was just me talking. So that is it. Again, I will leave the link. I'll drop the link for the Christmas in July Creative Retreat down below. I hope you'll join us. It's a great day. You're getting a lot of value. You're getting 6 full tutorials. You're getting written tutorials as well as the video tutorials, and you'll have access to the video tutorials for eternity. All right, everybody. That's it. Have a great day. I'll see you Thursday night here at 7:30 for my next live demo.